Yo, yo, yo. Good evening, everyone. All right. Welcome, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Those that are live and those too rewatch this particular video. We want to say thank you for investing your time and talking with me today. Who am I, though? I am a financial wealth advisor. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit more about myself before I start talking about the message. Because what's important here today is that you guys identify what wealth is and identify where you are on your wealth journey so we can help you get to your next level. Number one, I was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale, Florida by a single mother. The aspects of working hard was instilled into me from my single mother. So what did I do? I grew up, I started working hard, right? I worked hard by literally going to school, going to college, playing basketball, and still working a full-time job. Right now, that's working hard. But what I identified, I didn't get to where I want to in life. I was still struggling. And when I say struggling, I had an eviction. I spent a night without electricity. So things were not the best for me, although I was working hard. It wasn't until 2004, I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Now, guess what that book did? It changed my mindset to not only work hard, but to do what? Also work smart. So now I'm working smart and I'm working hard and I'm working smart. And that led me into a field of financial planning. And as a financial advisor, I was working for a company, Merrill Lynch. I worked with Merrill Lynch for 13 years. A lot of people interchangeably use this term financial planner or financial advisor, but I am licensed, right? I passed the Series 7, I passed the Series 66, I passed the Series 9. I have my designation, the CRPC, which is the Chartered Retirement Planning Counselor designation, right? I have my 215. I'm pursuing my 220. So I was a licensed financial advisor for this company for 13 years, helping thousands of families and managing millions of dollars. So I learned a lot along this journey, and this is the information knowledge I want to pass along to you guys. But even though I was helping people, there's a certain type of people I was helping, those that were already wealthy, those that already had money. Financial advisors normally work with individuals that actually have money that they can actually manage. It's called AUM, assets under management. This is one of the ways that they actually are profitable in their financial planning practice. I thought, and I knew that there was more to it. What about those individuals that don't have $250,000 or more to manage by a financial advisor? So I wanted to pursue, I had a passion, I have a heart to help those individuals get to a point of having more wealth actually accumulated. But I'm really after helping people experience this thing called time freedom and money freedom. And what is that? That's financial independence. So as I'm working as a licensed financial advisor for all these years, what I actually started doing is I still had a passion for entrepreneurship. I was selling cell phones online. I had a cell phone store locally. I bought a cleaning commercial franchise. I was doing all these things entrepreneurial as still while I was a financial advisor. So I always wanted more because I didn't have the freedom that I really wanted, right? The money was good, but yet it was still a limit of what I actually was able to make. So then I got to a point 4 years ago, I went independent. I took the large step. But before I did that, what did I do? I learned a high value skill. And guess what? We all need one. No matter if we're a business owner or a W-2 employee, we need something called a high value skill. And when I say a high value skill, I'm looking for something that will allow me to create, not just earn money, but be able to create money, whether our economy is good or whether our economy is bad, right? And let's say I'm a business owner. I sell my business. I have a large cash that just deposited. What am I going to do with that money, right? Because if I spend that money, it's eventually that corpus is going to deplete. But what if I had a high value skill to create money on that money? And that's one thing I learned. And my high value skill was trading in the stock market, trading options and trading stocks and also exchange traded funds, in addition to also investing in the stock market. So with my high value skill, I transitioned and I left Merrill Lynch. And it's been 4 years I've been independent, operating solely. And I have an opportunity to not only help those in a place of wealth that already have money, but those that are in process are trying to actually get there. And so I help clients by educating them about what wealth really is. And let's go ahead and define what wealth is. For me, the definition of wealth is literally an accumulation of assets that allows me to buy back my time, independence. That goes back to what I meant, freedom and time freedom. A lot of times we have a lot of money coming in and we got no time to enjoy it. Then we got a lot of money coming in, but still no time to enjoy it. But what if I got a whole bunch of time and no money coming in, right? That's why we need that balance. That's why we need to buy these things called assets. And let's define what an asset is. An asset is something, some resource, whether tangible or intangible, that is actually going to generate me a stream of income and or appreciate. But guess what? They also can be leverageable as well. The key is you want to first buy income producing assets. My model, especially for someone building wealth or starting their wealth journey, or even someone that's already wealthy, right? The objective is not to hold or own assets that I cannot, that does not pay me in or that I cannot leverage. That is key. Leverage is the number one resource when it comes to building wealth. Almost any asset class you can leverage. There are strategic and tactical ways to leverage every asset class out there. And leverage is how we expedite our way to actually building this thing called wealth. So when we talk about assets, what happens a lot of us, we do what? We are a consumer more than we are an investor. And as a consumer, the first thing we do is we do what? We buy this thing called liabilities. And what is a liability? A liability is literally something that takes money out of my pocket. It costs me and or it depreciates. I need an asset, something that's going to pay me and or appreciate, right? So let's talk about some asset classes, right? So when we're talking about different asset classes, we got stocks, we got real estate, we got business, we got commodities, you got insurance, we got angel investing, venture capitalists. All these things are different asset classes. Some of these asset classes are only seek to appreciate. And it's almost like gambling. I'm gonna buy something at this price in hopes that it's gonna go to a higher price. What if it never goes to a higher price? Your net worth statement looks good, but is it producing you income? The word tells us, don't let our good be evil spoken of. Right? A lot of people, we perish from a lack of knowledge because we do not understand how to manage money and also how to invest money. And there's nothing wrong with having these liabilities, right? When I say liability, hey, I want me a nice car, right? A car could be an asset, but for the most part, for most people, it's a liability. It takes money out of your pocket. It costs you, right? Maybe I want a nice bag. I want to take myself and or me and my family on this trip. I want to go to this fancy restaurant. Hey, I want this experience. There's nothing wrong with having luxuries / liabilities in life. What we do wrong is we take our hard-earned money, those things we have to exchange our time for, and a dollar for an hour. We use that money that we actually earn on our jobs to pay for our liabilities and our luxuries. We should have assets, acquire assets first, and our assets should be paying our liabilities. That's how you do it, right? Imagine someone, let's say you got a car note and someone just starts paying your car note for you. How good would that feel? Yeah, pretty good, right? Absolutely, all right? You can do that. Imagine if I bought a rental property, the rental income that this family or families pay my car note. Now I'm driving this car for free. Now I got this car in the name of my business where I get tax deductions. A lot of us don't understand, or we were never taught, right? And it's okay. It's called ignorance. Growing up in our families, sometimes, even in our religious organizations, or even in school, a lot of this thing about financial literacy, it was not taught, right? So there's nothing to be ashamed of. But this is why we have the Wealth Lounge. The Wealth Lounge is a group of individuals, people willing to share their knowledge, experience, and insight from all different backgrounds, from all different industries, that's going to empower you to empower people, that's going to educate you to make better financial decisions. We're going to help you identify what wealth is, and then we're going to show you how to expedite your journey to wealth. And this is the desire that I always had, and I still do have, right? I will create at least 100 millionaires before I depart from this earth. That's my goal. That's my objective. It's not all about the money, but it's about the time freedom I can show someone to have. And then it's about the money so you can go feel your purpose in life. So you can actually go enjoy and have an abundant life and not have to struggle and worry about how you're going to pay bills and expenses. And it's a true concept to believe in, that your net work determines your net worth. This is true. This is why we build a community of individuals that are on this path to building wealth, that already are wealthy. And guess what? Now we get to interact together, right? Because two has greater reward for their labor. So imagine I'm in a community where others are seeking the same thing that I'm seeking, and there's people that already accomplished what I'm trying to accomplish, and I have access. People should use their money to buy assets, to invest into themselves, and buy access, right? Access, information is assets. It's going to be one of the things that make you wealthy. And in this community, this is what you can expect, right? And then there's those individuals, right? You're already on your path to building wealth. You have money that's coming in. You have money that's sitting on the sideline and is not earning you money. Your money should be working as hard for you as you're working for yourself in assets. But a lot of times we don't know what those assets are. This is why Jay, with J Money Secrets, right? The vision I have for this company is to educate people on financial literacy, to build wealth and leave a legacy. And a lot of people, they don't have the money to work with a financial advisor. This is why I created this brand and created this company, to be able to work with those individuals on a one-on-one basis, to give them the comprehensive financial planning that they deserve, to give them the insight that they need to manage their money, to build this thing called wealth. So you guys are in truly safe hands, right? And it's better to give than to receive. So this is why in our community, in the Wealth Lounge, it doesn't cost a dime to actually join, to be a part of this, right? I even go the extra distance, right? I work with clients on a one-on-one basis, right? Because everybody's financial situation is different. One may be a business owner, one may be retired, one may be a W-2 employee, one may actually make 100,000 and somebody may make 75,000. So everybody's on different journeys when it comes to their financial path. So therefore, this is why I meet with individuals on a one-on-one basis, and being able to identify, hey, this is where you are, this is where you're trying to get to. These are the tactical things that you need to consider. These are the assets that you need in order to get to your destinations. And guess what? It's free 99, right? Because we want to give back, right? It's better to give than to receive. And that's what you're going to get here. So at the end of the day, all of us deserve to be wealthy. We should never just be working hard just to be paying bills. It's bigger than that, right? And we enslave ourselves because we consume first. We buy liabilities, which forces us to have to stay at this job that may not even be fulfilling for us, where we're not even growing or learning, where we're not even networking because of the financial decisions that we made. And that puts us in a position where I have to be at this job until 65, 70 years old, and then I can finally retire, right? That's not the norm. Let's make retiring early the norm, right? Because you never retire from something, you retire to something. And that's your purpose and your calling. That's what you're fulfilled to do. That's what you have a passion for. That's what you actually enjoy. And that's what you should be seeking, is an opportunity to actually get to a point where you're not only just making money here, but you're at a point where you're being able to create money, right? So with that, right, when I come on lives, I want to continue talking about financial literacy. And I have a vast amount of experiences from different things. So I want to make sure I give you what you need, right? And also what you want. So this is why it's important. Joining the community, I want you guys to actually put in there, hey, I want to learn more about retirement, Jay. I got a retirement account from my previous employer, and I want to know, what should I be doing with it? Hey, Jay, I want to learn more about the stock market. Hey guys, we want to know more about mental toughness. I want to know about business credit. I want to know about personal credit. Hey Jay, how can I leverage credit cards? Hey Jay, I want to learn trading. What does that look like? What does that entail? What is it like working with a financial planner? Right? Should I buy this house or should I rent a house? Should I buy a car or should I lease a car? Right? All these topics when it comes to financial literacy, from A to Z, we're here to help and serve you guys. So we want to hear from you. We want to make sure that we give you what you need and what you want. So definitely stop by the community. Tell us what you need on your wealth building journey to become wealthy or continue building your wealth. We welcome that. And then when I'm on, I love the feedback. I love when people ask questions and I can actually answer those questions for them. Because a lot of times we don't have an advisor in our pocket, let's say. Someone that I can ask these financial, but they don't have the experience nor the knowledge to give me what I actually need. And guess what? Be those family. We can be those friends to answer those financial questions for you, right? And this is it's the saying goes, there's safety in a multitude of wise counsel. And that's what we're here for, to be your wise counsel when it comes to building wealth. Right? You're not alone in this journey, nor should you be alone on this journey. So utilize the resources that's available to you. Yeah, it's a lot of information out here in the market, in the marketplace nowadays. And this is why we're building a community to actually a safe space for you to actually can come to and get the information and the resources that you do need to build wealth on your journey. So until then, you see the website here, mywealthlounge.com. You guys can actually subscribe, join this community for free. First thing I want you to do is introduce yourself. Tell us what it is that wealth means to you, and tell us what is it that you need to actually build on your wealth building journey to help you get to a place of wealth. And remember the definition of wealth: an accumulation of assets that buys back your time, that allows you to live life on your own terms. All right. Until then, until next time, I'll see you guys next week. Right. Next week, we're going to be going live. I'll be going live talking about different topics on wealth, different topics on, like retirement accounts. I'm a small business owner. What kind of retirement account should I have? Right. Talking about Roth IRAs, conversions, life insurance. Right. We talk about car insurance, house insurance. We talk about every aspect that helps you build, protect, grow, and transfer your wealth. So on a week-to-week basis, we call it Wealth Wednesdays, because you're gonna get a wealth of knowledge to become wealthy every single Wednesday. I'll be tuning in about 7 o'clock, every Wednesday. And we look forward to investing in you. And until then, let's invest.